Good morning from the lovely Gold Coast. I just want to follow on from that video that I done yesterday on the Critic, because I thought there's more to it that may give a little bit of insight with overcoming it that I acted upon and I developed. And I spoke about the Critic yesterday and about how destructive it was and the fear and the doubt that the Critic put into my soul. And I believe that Critic invades not just my soul, it invades a lot of people's souls. As I said, you can call it mental illness, you can call it depression, you can call it whatever you want, but I think it is associated with a self-talk that invades our soul. Now, I don't know where this thing comes from. I've got my personal view on it. I firmly believe it is the devil, but I just wanted to elaborate a little bit more what I did to overcome it somewhat and move through it, so I could have relationships with females, so I could get a job, so I could have relationships with people that had never used drugs or people that had never been to prison before. I could have goals of attaining homes and attaining wealth and attaining dreams and travel and aspirations and hope. This all stems from, I believe, other than having faith, that I do believe in God and my destiny is my destiny, like all of us. But I don't think we should lie down to that Critic where it says, oh, I'm scared, continuously, I can't do this, I'm not worthy of love, I'm never going to have what I want in my life, I don't like myself, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm not good enough, and a whole lot of other stuff. This Critic that invades lots and lots of people's soul. Needs to be, I believe, stood up to and challenged. Because if you don't challenge it, blaming other people for it and blaming your past for it, which I'm not saying that we shouldn't talk about and explore our pain and what we need to talk about from past struggles and things that we need to overcome. I think we should talk about that stuff and continuously keep talking about it until we get a handle on things. But the Critic needs to be stood up to, because if we don't do something about it, my God, leaving it to the reason why I'm like this is because of other people, the reason why this has happened because other people, the reason why I can't do this is because A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all these reasons why that we can't achieve and we can't have a much fulfiller life is because we don't focus on the negative within our soul that has come to us from the decisions that we've made and the choices that we've made. We've played a part in everything that we do, other than our destiny, that is a part of a higher power and what our purpose is in the world. But as I said, I don't think you should leave it all to a higher power and the God, whatever you think the God is. If you believe in that, I think you need to take stock of yourself and the critic within. And there's great advantages in doing it. But I just want to hit on getting to the critic. What I did, I had to create an image of it. If I didn't create an image of this critic, I wouldn't have a point of reference to challenge it, to attack it, to stand up to it. A voice that comes to us is some kind of voice that we have no control at times. In going, we're not good enough, or, we're always on the drink, or, drugs, or, we're very vulnerable. But if you just keep allowing that voice, and if you've got no image of that voice and it's just a voice, then how can you stand up to it? I created this image of my critic, and I made it as a human being, and it was like a puppet that used to come up in a puppet show. And as I said in my past talk, the past video on the critic, I used to physically fight it, like really punch it and attack it, and I used to, attack it with a knife, shoot it. I wanted to kill it. I absolutely wanted to kill it. And, we're all very competitive in our lives. We're all competitive to show to the world that, we look good, or, we put effort into portraying something to the world. We want, what the Joneses have got, or the Joneses want what we've got. Hopefully we work towards things, and, we're all very competitive. To beat this critic, you actually need to compete against it. You need to take it on. Because if you let this critic absolutely run over you, you're going to have a shit life. You will have a shit life. If you let this critic keep running over the top of you, you're going to avoid many things in your life. You'll avoid people, you'll avoid doing things, you'll avoid trying to do things. You won't be motivated at all. It's easy to give up. But that's not the answer. Giving up on life and giving up on your dreams and your hopes and your aspirations and what you want out of life is not a good way to live your life. So I strongly recommend that whatever negative critic that you have within you, get an image of it. It's really important that you create some kind of image of it and hold on to that image. And use your competitive nature to stand up to it. You're going to have to fight it. But it's hard to fight something that you can't put in an image or you can't define. Fighting a voice is one thing, but fighting an image, what you create, you can start seeing what comes to you. And when it's negative to you, when it tells you can't do whatever you want in your life, or you're never going to be what you truly feel or what you truly want in your life, if you got that image, then you'll know that's the thing that's saying it to you, and it's false. It's absolutely false. It's not true. It's only true because you've never taken it on. And, you're going to take on a lot of things in your life, and you will stand up to things, and you will be passionate, and you will be motivated. So be motivated to beat your critic and fight your critic, because that's the true fight. That's the best fight. You can jump into the ring and start fighting. If you understand what the competition is that will destroy you, it's the critic. And when you understand that you've got an image of it and you've created an image of it so you can go, fuck you, I'm not going to cop this shit, you will be motivated, hopefully, to keep standing up to it. But if you can't see it and you haven't defined it, you won't know what, you'll just go, oh, well, you'll just lay down to it, and you'll keep laying down to it. And the interesting thing that I found, there's a lot of people out there that's got mental health problems that are very competitive in the professional arena, but nobody has shown them this way of competing. They compete at a higher end in, some pretty tough sports in life. But when it comes to this internal dialogue, they haven't got an image of this motherfucker that is no good and needs to be stood up and it needs to be continuously attacked. If you're not attacking it, if you're not telling it to go fuck itself, it's no good, it's a piece of shit, or I'm not going to listen to you, what are you doing? You deflate it. You give up. And it's not good to give up. It's not a good option to give up. And you have got the power within you if you can get it in an image form, and if you can understand that you're not alone with needing to fight this critic within your soul. Everybody's got the determination and the will and the motivation to do it. But if you're not aware of this critic, it can isolate you. It can reason so much to you and justify a lot of things why you don't do anything. And that's all the critic. And that is absolutely bullshit. This critic is so shifty, and it's so cunning, and it's so manipulative, and it doesn't want you to be happy, and it doesn't want you to have happiness and love and a good life. It doesn't want you to have nice things. It doesn't want you to enjoy yourself. It doesn't want you to be connected to other people. It wants you for itself. It wants you to go to drugs. It wants you to go to the drink. It wants you to not live the life that you're entitled to live. But you've got a fight on your hands. It's not going to give in to you that easy. And the more you stand up to it, the more it knows it's got a fight on its hands, and it will start backing off somewhat. It starts backing off. And the more you take it on, the more it will think twice of coming at you. Not straight away, but ultimately. And when you stand up to it, it will give you passion, and it will give you drive, and it will give you motivation. The things that you don't want to do is the critic. You got good self-esteem. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You can do anything. You can connect with whoever you want. But you want to lie down to this thing, well, you'll have to wear the consequences of it. And it's not nice. It's not nice. It is not nice. So get an image of it. You must get an image of this thing. And when you get an image of it, when it comes to you and says, oh, I can't do this, or I'm scared, stand up to it, take it on, say, fuck you, I don't care, I'm not going to be scared anymore, I'm going to try things, I'm going to approach that girl, I'm going to approach that guy that I'm attracted to, I'm going to get that job, I'm going to save money, I'm going to go up to people when I'm scared, I'm going to connect with other people, I'm going to work towards goals, I'm going to go to university, I'm going to make a better life than the life that I've had prior to this, that I've allowed this critic to keep me shut down. Stand up to this thing. It's a competition. And this is the best fight if you take some of this stuff on that you're ever going to have. But it's going to be the most rewarding fight. Absolutely the most rewarding fight. It'll give you a purpose. It will give you faith. It will give you optimism. It will deliver a better existence than lying down to it and letting it control your life. And you have it within you to fight it. So fight it hard and never give up the fight against that fucking thing that invades you and talks bullshit to you, because that's all it is. So have a good day, get an image of it, and be kind to people, be loving, be thoughtful, be kind, be considerate, think of other people, and be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, because you're number one. So if anything invades you as a critic, and it will, it doesn't belong within you. And you're the only one that can fight it with all your might. And you can do this. Have a good Monday. Take care now.